Hey guys, what is going on? So, obviously a new space. We just moved to Pennsylvania. So here's a squat rack. We had to put holes through the ceiling for it to fit. So those are for the rack. That's for my head for pull-ups. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Here is a gun rack for all the bars. Some new bars, Elite FTS, the American cambered bar. Great for pressing, chest pressing, I should say, and overhead, I assume, and rowing. Rogue curl bar, which is still wrapped up. And this fun leg curl extension machine, which is gonna be great for Danielle's ACL repair recovery. Here's my yoke, I just built the yoke, there it is. And a bunch of other stuff, which I will show you. But for now, I am starting Brian Alcero's Power Building Strongman program. Now, of course, I should be promoting my own programs, my own stuff, which I am, but since I'm running his program, I'm gonna talk about it and show you what I'm doing. So today's workout is a deadlift hypertrophy focus. So we start off with some strongman work. It's a medley of farmer carries and yoke carries. I've never done a yoke in my life, so here we go. And it's gonna be every 90 seconds. Carry the yoke one way, carry the farmer carry back, rest for the remainder of the 90 seconds, 5 rounds. Then we got deadlift hypertrophy, burpee broad jump, so it's a giant set format. Burpee broad jump, then your deadlift, this one's elevated, so I'll just put the bar on a couple plates. And then a long lever plank, and then a sandbag bear hug, and then some assistance stuff, and then some conditioning, which is gonna be terrible. It's 12 rounds of 3 front squats with only 20 seconds rest in between every set. So that's cool. All right, guys, so here's a mini gym tour. There is a Husafell stone and 2 regular Atlas stones. This was when we were still kind of getting everything together. I was just super excited to see everything in the gym. Lots of work to get this stuff off of the truck and actually drilling holes through the ceiling for the squat rack to fit and everything. So that empty space is where the T-bar row will be. And then inside the basement, there's the rower. There's the second dumbbell rack with the heavier dumbbells. The 60s are not on there. There is my Echo bike. There's the other dumbbell rack, a whiteboard, some ropes and things because I haven't yet installed the hangers. There's the GHD in that empty spot where the box and stuff is. That's where the reverse hyper will be. There's the back extension, all the kettlebells, stability ball, and a punching bag. Some stuff that needs to be hung up, needs to be put away. But this is kind of what it looked like after the first full day of working on unpacking everything. There's a new Elite FTS American cambered bar, and there's the barbell. I just put my crossover symmetry ropes on there, and there's the V2 gun rack with some bars on it. And moving on to my first workout ever in the new house. The very beginning of the workout was a conditioning set every 90 seconds for 5 rounds. A 50-foot walk with the farmer handles, and a 50-foot yoke walk. This is my very first time with the yoke ever, so super fun. Walking along, earlier in the video, you got to see me assemble it with some assist from Danielle, so thank you, Danielle. And then here's the deadlift work. This one was off blocks, 18-inch blocks, 12 or 18-inch blocks. I didn't measure it. I just put the barbell on 2 bumper plates. But it was supposed to be, I believe, 5 reps. I can't really remember. I'll have to look at the board. But it was hard. I definitely cranked up the weight. Ended up at 205 pounds for an AMRAP at the end of all this. And I think this is actually that 205 right there. And I ended up getting 7 reps. So I was super happy about that. But I look a little bit dead in this video, which I was. 205. And then next up, we've got a pause deadlift. This one was 5 pause deadlifts at 65% of your 1 rep max, and followed by 40 seconds of a single arm row to the left, 20-second rest, 40-second row to the right. And this was, I believe, 4 rounds. So a little pause right there above the knee. I could have paused a second longer watching this back. The pause felt a lot longer in my head. So there's that little 1-second pause. Probably less than a second. It could definitely be a longer pause. So something just to be aware of. It's always good to watch your footage to kind of see where you're at, because how you're feeling and what you actually look like, probably not that, accurate. So it's good to see me actually breathing and bracing though. And here's those single arm dumbbell rows. I sped this up 2 times because my reps were looking super slow and sad. I was really thinking about gripping with that ring finger, and I was so sweaty and gross. As you can see, I'm glistening. I kept kind of losing the dumbbell every single time I brought it down. and could not keep a good grip. So there's both sides. There's me looking like a little weirdo pulling up this little dumbbell, but it was killer. What you're going to see in a second, you should have seen me at Lowe's. People were looking at me like I was crazy because I bought 600 pounds of sand and had to push it all the way from one end of the store to the other, and then ended up filling a couple of the bags, and I made Danielle carry it back inside because I was so sick of carrying all the sand. So here she is looking angry, carrying the bag, but still crushed it. Gotta rock it back and forth. You've seen clients do it.
I know, baby. Oh God, no, I can't.
Why not?
Stop.
Why not?
It's heavy.
Try again.
I can't lap it because I can't get into a deep squat.
Just thrust it with your hips. You got those hips. You got that booty. Shake that booty for me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aw.
Heavy. You're an ass.
What's up, guys? So as you can see, I can flex, which means I am hands-free. I actually just bought an iPhone tripod, so I'm super hyped about that. We're still working on the garage and basement gym actually, and we're gonna be putting up lighting and fans and all the things, so it's gonna start looking a little bit more professional. We might even paint this back wall. I don't know. Probably not. I'm just gonna put posters up there. An American flag or something like that. So I want to talk about strongman. I've never competed in strongman, but I'm learning a lot about it, super passionate, super excited. I literally cannot wait to compete. And I'm thinking, as I'm starting the Strongman Power Build program by Brian Ulster, I'll share the link to his channel below, but if you're in strongman, you probably know him. And I'm starting this program. This is week 1 for me. I'm looking to compete probably sometime before the end of this year in like a novice class, just to see how I do. I'm usually pretty nervous at stuff like this, so I'm just excited to do it. I have an 8-inch log here and a 10-inch log coming and a Viking press coming and farmer handles that are upright farmers because I already have the regular handles from Rogue. And what else did I order? I'm ordering a Fingles finger, one of those big things, just for fun because it's a strongman event and exciting. Circus dumbbell, did I say that? That's coming. And all my sandbags I have to fill up. I'm gonna have 2 strongman throw bags, one from Rogue and then one from Garage Fit that I'm just gonna use as a throw bag because it has a handle. Because Rogue's throw bags are like $140 a piece. If I want to have 4 in a row, that's like $560 in sandbags. So, no thanks. This sandbag from Garage Fit was like $20, so that was awesome. Probably will fall apart faster, but that's okay. So anyway, super excited. I've got some loading pins, I got some power pins, all kind of stuff so I can practice my duck walks and power stairs, which I'll literally just do on the stairs out there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, but I'm super stoked. Can't wait to show you guys what it looks like when it's all done and when my T-bar row comes in and my reverse hyper, and I'm gonna have a full-fledged gym going on here. I have a yoke, leg curl, leg extension, the lat pull down low row machine, cable machine you can do anything with, all my plates, logs, specialty bars. I'm got an Elite FTS cambered American bar, Rogue handles, 3 different Olympic barbells. One's more of a squat bar 'cause it's got the center knurl rackable curl bar, and then an axle. Just got some crash mats, and I just ordered the ab mat log crash mats, so actually for logs. And then we're gonna go pick up some tires this week. So I'm super excited. Got lots of sleds. I have a fat boy sled, the E-sled, and then a dog sled with a couple different attachments. Atlas stones. Right now I got a 75er, a 130, 160, and then one stone mold from Slater for 175 and another one that's 116. So I've kind of got like all the levels up. Maybe I'll get a 50-pounder for endurance and for lighter athletes. And then all kind of different pull-up grips. I got the cannonball grips, got the dog bone grip. I got the big one, what's that called? The pull-up globe, and the grandfather clocks. And what else do I have? GHD, bike, a rower. Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. All right, guys, so here's just a couple of things. This was Rosie and I in my new car. I got a new car, and I took her for a ride with me. And then I'm just going to show you my warm-up for my overhead press power focus day. This is the shoulder spin up that comes from Dr. Kelly Starrett on the Ready State. This was part of his 14-day mobility challenge. And then I was feeling a little tight in my ankles, and I knew I was going to have to drop into that squat kind of spidery shape for the log clean and press. So I was just doing a little bit of deep squat work, trying to get my ankles moving. and then some tiny space bear crawls forward and back, get my shoulders warmed up, get my quads warmed up, and some gator walks back and forth. Obviously, a super small space. I was just too lazy to move the log and move up and back, so just trying to get my calves and ankles a little bit warmed up. I was having some ankle pain this morning. And that is the warm-up before my log clean and press day. And I've never used the log before. So this was a definitely interesting workout. You'll see in this next video. All the dogs are hanging out with me, wanting to have fun. And I was just trying to figure out how the heck to actually do a log clean and press after watching some tutorial videos. I think I got the hang of it, but it definitely needs some work. Alright, so just starting off the workout, I have these new cannonball grips, so I decided to do some of my weighted pull-ups on the cannonball grips. Definitely made it harder. I only have an 8-pound weight at my feet, but I was struggle busting really hard on that grip. So I did the first, I think, set of 8, and then the second and third set, I ended up just doing regular pull-ups with the weight, but I did increase it as I went through, so I ended up using 15 pounds in the third set. Just a good grip challenge, nice to change it up. That's Daisy right there, that's our youngest puppy. So this is our first set, 8 log clean and press, cleaning every rep. You see that spider shape, I'm a little too leaned forward, but it's definitely an awkward shape, and I struggle with that for sure. It's something to get used to. I need to work on my breathing a little bit better, and bracing it down and just getting a little bit more air. I was struggling for sure in that. In one set, I definitely thought I was going to pass out. So not super fun. I went really slow on this. I wanted to get every rep perfect, really focus on where I'm moving, where my body is, body position, my elbows, my shoulders, all the things. And definitely slowing it down helped a lot, but also slowing down in the middle, I think, made me a little bit weaker. So I just need to keep practicing until I get a little bit smoother at the move, get a little bit more proficient in the actual getting it into your lap in that spider shape and then cleaning it up into that front rack position. Having a lot of wrist pain in my left wrist, and I can actually tell watching the video back how I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping that neutral grip. So just something to be aware of, something to recognize. If there's anything I'm learning from powerlifting in general and strongman, it's that you become very aware of your body's various creaks and cracks and different imbalances, because I definitely have a little bit of a shoulder imbalance and always have, and have been struggling with some wrist strength. Moving on to the next part of the giant set, which I think was supposed to be a little bit faster paced, but I couldn't find my other medicine ball, so I ended up picking the big 45-pound medicine ball up. And you see in the beginning, it's a perfectly round shape, but as soon as I slam it down the first time, that's Daisy watching me, it starts to look like a freaking pancake. So it was hard to pick up. Definitely no bounce whatsoever, but it was nice just expressing that power from overhead, which I guess was kind of the whole point. Moving on, here's set number 2. Just regular pull-ups. I think I still got the 8-pound weight between my feet for 6 reps. And how this workout was going was 8 and 8 of the weighted pull-up and the log clean and press, and then 8 of the med ball slams, and 8 windshield wipers, which are not shown. And then the next set, you increase the weight, 6, 6, and the med ball slams and windshield wipers stay the same at 8. And then the last one, increasing the weight again to 85% of a 1 rep max for an AMRAP, which I end up getting 5 reps. I think you'll see that later on here. But I've never really worked with the log, so I had no idea what my 1 rep max was. I just knew that I could comfortably do the log plus 10 on each side. Later in the log, this is an 8-inch log from Rogue. It weighs 51 pounds, so 71 pounds for my set of 8, and then 91 for my set of 6, and then 101 for a set, an AMRAP set, and ended up getting 5 reps. I think I could have done more, but I thought I was going to pass out, so I decided that enough was enough. So this is my AMRAP set, 101 pounds. I definitely have no idea what I'm doing with the log press. and I had no idea what my 1 rep max would be. But this is something I could comfortably do for 2 reps, so I ended up shooting for 5. So 101 pounds, that log, 8-inch log is 51 pounds, not too bad. And what you're going to be seeing coming up next is my least favorite part of the workout, but kind of my favorite too, the 5 burpee and 100-foot waiter walk AMRAP. 10 minutes, as many rounds as possible. I ended up getting 7 rounds. I went over by about 4 seconds or 5 seconds to get that, but it was supposed to be with a yoke. I just can't pick up my yoke since it's 185 pounds and my 1 rep max is 100 pounds. So we'll get there. This is 95 on the bar. And then moving on, this is the finisher, the strongman finisher. Every minute on the minute, a 50-foot carry with any implement of choice. In this next video, I had just got my tripod with the little remote, so I was kind of playing around with it. This was from yesterday, so the day before my actual overhead press day. Just messing around with the log, literally no idea what I'm doing. I was pretty much just deadlifting and then curling the bar up and messing around like a dummy. Grab the remote. Oh, it's recording! Oh my god, so I can literally just hit this little button and start. Wait, what does this button do? Oh. Turn the video on, turn it off.